statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Yes, welcome to the show. It's great to be with you. Thanks for coming by today, tuning in. And we're almost at the end of the month here in 2016, the first month of a new year. One of the popular things that people like to do at the beginning of a new year is to practice a detox diet or some protocol of detox or cleansing. I'm going to talk a little bit about that today with my guest, Jeff VanHecke, educator for Yerba Prima. And this is an interesting arena. When you look at the natural products industry, there's more than a few products related to this theme of cleansing, detoxification. And in the world of now, I was talking with Jeff before going on air just a moment ago, and in the world of natural health, this is a pretty big theme. Now, do I think it's a useful concept? Yes, I do. Pay a visit to the Environmental Working Group's website, EWG. I don't know if it's .org or .com. And the Environmental Working Group is a good organization. It's .org. Thank you, Stephen. EWG.org. Go there, and you'll find any number of articles talking about the toxic world in which we live. It's an understatement. Wonderful articles. And yes, nobody is bias free. I think they have a point of view, and they, certain a mission. But all in all, I find them to be pretty fair and even, fair-minded and even-handed, and they don't wander too far off the reservation. They don't sound like a bunch of crazy people over there making stuff up and scaring people half to death. They take a very serious and scientific approach to informing the general public and health consumers and consumers generally, and trying to persuade them about what is going on this planet. And they've been doing this work for a long time. So I'm a fan. I like their work. And read what they have to say about how contaminated the planet has become. And most of us, if not all of us, are walking around with a body burden of chemicals that don't belong in our body. There is no environmental avenue that has not been affected by toxic metals, by toxins of one sort or another. These are all chemicals. The water, the air, the earth, the food chain, both natural and unnatural food chain, loaded with these chemicals. And they do have consequences. There is no mystery about the effect of some of these chemicals and their correlation to disease. That is not fiction. That is science. Now, the truth be told, I wish I could say to you, I'll refer to study X, Y, Z, or a whole line of research talking about cleansing and detoxification. That body of work is very, very thin. But there's other evidence to suggest that you can cleanse and detoxify the body. We have a lot of evidence, and we'll talk about that. It does exist, but not in the form of observational studies, epidemiological or clinical trials. It's just not there. But that doesn't mean you abandon the idea and say, nah, it's nonsense. No, it's not. And we'll get Jeff to talk about that. Before I bring him on, I wanted to share with you a story that was trending this morning out of the Cornell Food and Brand Lab. I also encourage you to visit their website. They do interesting research. They take what I call a popular culture approach to food science. They're very creative over there. Dr. Brian Wansink and his colleagues and students working in the lab, they're very thoughtful and creative in the kinds of studies that they do. And they're interesting, and I think it's research, it's science that appeals to the general public. For example, the story that was trending this morning was one about messages from the food police. And they used the term food police. They put it in quotes. And there are all kinds of messages from the food police. I guess I would be part of the food police, telling people that these processed foods loaded with salt, sugar, and fat, sugary snacks, fatty snacks, salty snacks, or all three combined, are not good for you. I've said that a million times. So I guess I'm part of the food police. That's okay. Fine. Now, how you frame the message, how you inform people about these foods, how food, the warnings of that you want to communicate to people, because you're trying to help them, you're trying to do a good thing. You have to be careful how you frame these messages, because there can be what is referred in the realm of social science and social influence research, a backfire effect, where things will backfire, the message will backfire. And that's what this study was about. And what they found in the study was that they took these dieters, and the dieters in the study ended up eating 39%, almost 40% more cookies after seeing a food police style message that said, quote, all sugary snacks are bad, close quote, compared to people who saw a more positive message concerning these cookies, I guess. And the researchers did 3 studies to demonstrate the negative one-sided messages about food can lead to backfire effects. Notice I said negative one-sided. They had 380 participants in the first study, and they read a positive, a negative, or a neutral message about dessert. So the dieters in the study who saw the negative message had more positive thoughts about unhealthy foods. When they were shown the negative messages, they had more positive thoughts. Get that now? Positive thoughts about unhealthy foods. The non-dieters didn't show any difference, didn't affect them one way or another. Furthermore, their thoughts about healthy foods or non-food words were unaffected by the messages with these non-dieters. And Dr. Pham in the study said, what these results show us is that rather than leading dieters to make healthier choices, these food police messages are actually making unhealthy foods even more enticing to dieters, close quote. Now, When you look at the social science literature on persuasion and social influence and the kinds of positive, negative messages, fear appeals, threat appeals, whatever, that literature is a mixed bag. And I wish I could say categorically, fear appeals absolutely never work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And I'm very mindful of this because this show is about what? And I'm here not to inform you. I'm here to persuade you. So I better get it right.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971. And we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
At Nordic Naturals, we know that a commitment to deliver the world's safest, most effective omega oils requires an exceptional process. That's why we manage every step of production from boat to bottle. That includes sustainably sourcing wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries. It means using state-of-the-art equipment and technology at our manufacturing plant in Arctic Norway. Nordic Naturals bottles and encapsulates our omega-3s at our own facility and carefully ships products from our eco-friendly headquarters in California. The result? Nordic Naturals products have received more than 40 awards for taste, innovation, and product excellence. You can trust the quality of Nordic Naturals products and know you're getting all the health benefits omega-3 fish oils offer. Nordic Naturals' high-quality, great-tasting omega-3s make staying healthy easier for you and your family. When choosing an omega-3 fish oil product, choose the #1 fish oil in the U.S. Choose Nordic Naturals. Available at natural product retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Neural Balance with Anandinol. Restore calm, reduce aggression, and increase well-being. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. My guest for this portion of the show is Jeff VanHecke. He's associated with Yerba Prima. Yerba Prima's been around a good while, couple of decades or more, and their area of specialization is digestive health. And so they have any number of dietary supplement products that relate to digestion and cleansing, detoxification, that whole area. And they do quite well, and they've been a sponsor of my show a long time. They're a solid company, do good work, and do their best to make the best products they can. And they've been one of the leaders in the industry for a long time. And Jeff has been with the company quite a while as well. Jeff, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. This is the first time you've been on in 2016, so I'll bid you a very happy and healthy new year.
Well, thank you, Doc. Happy New Year to you and Stephen and Josh and all of our listeners out there. How are you, my man?
I'm doing, all things considered, we're doing fine.
Good. Glad to hear it.
So can we find an image with him smiling? That looks like a mugshot. Where do we get that photo? Do we have another photo of that guy? It looks like that, he was out, he lives in Chicago. That looks like the morning after some whatever.
That's his we're getting the band back together face.
Oh, we're getting the band back together face?
We're on a mission from God.
I love it, Josh.
If you have your computer on, Jeff, you need to turn it on and go to letstalknutrition.com if you don't have it on, and take a look at that image. If you have another image, send it to me, and I'll send it to Josh.
Okay, I'll check it out.
At least you have a shirt and tie. You have a suit on. I mean, it's not a bad photograph, but it'd be nice if you were smiling. You look. I don't know who you were mad at in that photo, but man.
Well, it wasn't you, my man.
I didn't, whatever. Don't be mad at me. So, 2016, here we are. You all dodged that snowstorm up there in Chicago, right?
We did, yeah.
For a change,
exactly. I mean, the last couple of years, we were just getting hammered. So happy we were able to dodge that bullet for now.
For now.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Check this one out.
Oh my! Take that off the tank. That's not fit for public consumption. You don't.
You guys are terrible, man.
Can we get a new image though, please?
Oh yeah, send me an image of you where you're smiling.
Well, I'm trying to get it up here. I don't know. My computer just acts weird every time I go to your website. I need to update my.
Yes, you do. So, I was alluding to the idea that Yerba Prima is digestive care company.
Right.
Given the products that you have, lots of fiber products, cleansing, detox products. You have a bentonite product. I like if you could talk about that today. Since you've been on, there's always new listeners because the show keeps expanding. We're adding new markets all the time, so there's always new members to the audience.
Sure.
So I like the bentonite product. We'll get a chance to talk about that.
Yep. Well, we invented the whole body cleanse category 35 years ago in the industry, Doc. So we are the leader. We pioneered the category, whole body detox, cleansing, fiber. And as you mentioned when you opened the show, we are the leader in the industry, and we're happy that we're able to provide a service for people and keep them healthy and help to get rid of those unwanted toxins that enter into the body.
The terms cleansing and detoxification, are those synonyms? Do they mean the same thing?
Well, when people think about cleanse and detox, they're thinking it's two separate things. And in reality, cleansing is a way to detox the body, from these unwanted chemical compounds that enter into the body. You know, I'll tell you, there has been research done through the years where they've done, sampling of people's blood and found over 220 different chemical compounds in people's blood. Everything from perchlorate, which is found in rocket fuel, herbicides, pesticides, flame retardants. You look at plasticizers, phthalates, BPAs. These chemical compounds wreak havoc in the body. And as of late, there's been a lot of different publications that have been coming out saying it's more about a lifestyle, that people are making the decision as far as cleansing the body. I'll tell you what, it's kind of like fiber. It is so hard to eat enough fruits and vegetables and different things to help aid the body in removing toxins that it's almost impossible.
Well, there's something ironic about that, what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out that oftentimes the very plants that we're wanting to eat, to consume, to detox the body are themselves contaminated.
Right, exactly. I mean, the whole planet, as you said, Doc, it's terrible. It's just a terrible situation. Let's look at Flint, Michigan. I mean, that's right here in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, the
look
iron.
At the water contamination. How terrible is that?
That's disgraceful. What they did.
It is.
Those officials, what they didn't do, and those little children.
Yes.
We don't know what the effects are going to be. The cognitive deficits, the learning disabilities that they're going to experience. So we know. You're right. We have a lot of science to confirm the hypothesis or the assertion that chemicals get into the body that don't belong there and they build up. We know this. The question is, can you rid the body of these unwanted, dangerous, at times and often carcinogenic compounds? That is not science fiction. It's real. We'll be back.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
We all are carrying a body burden of chemicals, many of which are toxic and harmful and have grave consequences for our health. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. My guest is Jeff VanHecke. This concept of body burden is a real concept. It's a useful way to think about this issue of chemicals that contaminate the body, these synthetic chemicals that are found in the air, water, land, and food, and really have, as I say, real consequences. Now, my guest, Jeff VanHecke, just pointed out, for example, up in Flint, Michigan, this recent episode of the water being contaminated with iron. Now, it's been brought to our attention, and everybody's outraged by it. Welcome back, Jeff.
Thanks, Doc.
And, you know, and that's what we know. There's probably a lot going on that we don't know, and people are not really conscious of or concerned enough about this whole issue of carrying around these chemicals, having a body burden of unwanted, very dangerous chemicals that can affect your health in serious ways, such as brain cognitive dysfunction, reproductive dysfunction, cancer. I can go on and on. The list is quite long. Mm-hmm. So you have a product at Yerba Prima called bentonite.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting product. I don't see a lot of companies carrying it. You're one of the few that it carries that product, and you've had it in your repertoire of products for a long time. Explain and describe what bentonite is.
Bentonite is actually a volcanic ash, and it's, it can be, for our listeners out there, I mean, anyone who's ever been to a spa, a lot of times they'll do the clay soak, or like dirt. You're actually soaking in dirt. I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I was trying to make a point that I said, what are you selling? You call it volcanic ash. I said it's dirt.
It is, but these mineral properties. It's bentonite is actually a very, very powerful detoxifier. It has the ability, for example, our liquid bentonite product has the ability to absorb 960 square yards of toxin per tablespoon. And the nice thing is that it never gets absorbed into the body. It simply gets ingested, and it acts like a giant magnet, pulling all the toxins in its path and removing them from the body. Very, very effective for herbicides, pesticides, heavy metal toxins, things that we just talked about, Flint, Michigan. The U.S. military has actually used bentonite, not our product specifically, but they've used bentonite to help neutralize anthrax. That's how powerful bentonite is. And so when you think about that as a concept, if you look at our environment, the things we're talking about here this morning, and I would like to ask our listeners to go to the EWG website, and you click on there. If you scroll down the page a little bit, you'll see the Dirty Dozen endocrine disruptors, and it mentions all of the different chemical compounds that are typically found in our environment and their effect on the body. And so when you think about these things, affecting the estrogens in the male and female body types, reproductive system, cancers, all of this is something that we're walking around with in our daily lives. And none of these things were ever meant to be introduced to the body. So it is absolutely essential. It's needed to do a whole body detox. It's needed to aid the body in eliminating toxins. And for our listeners out there that have never done a cleanse or are familiar with how the body works, there's 7 channels of elimination: the bowels, the kidneys, the lungs, the skin, the lymphatic system, along with the blood and the liver. So the body's truly this miraculous factory that's able to, when it's not overtaxed, when it doesn't have all these different chemical compounds working against it, it's able to excrete and remove toxins. And a lot of doctors, medical doctors, will tell you that the body does this on its own. Well, I'll tell you what they're failing to tell their patients is that these chemical compounds probably didn't exist 50 years ago, a lot of them. And so now you've created this tax on the body, and the body absolutely needs help in removing those items from the body.
And what's clear and documented in the literature, I'm not making it up, I'm telling you what the science says, these chemicals will accumulate in your cells and tissues, and this creates this chemically induced body burden, then will ultimately undermine the structure and function of organ systems and increases your risk for certain health effects, negative, such as premature death, premature birth, cancer, cardiovascular disease, respiratory tract infection, asthma, bronchitis, nervous system disorders of one sort or another, and permanent decrements in IQ, for example, permanent decrements in lung capacity, and defects in the reproductive system. Unfortunately, some of us have had personal experience with people being exposed to these toxic chemicals, and my father was one of them who died relatively young and was not a very pleasant death. It was a horrible death, and his lungs were completely destroyed by chemicals exposed to in the workplace where he worked on the platforms where there are trucks and trains and the pollution was heavy. And you have miners, you have other people working in industry exposed to these chemicals. You see one commercial after another, people suffering from COPD and all these other lawyers, with advertisements telling them that contact them, you can sue this for that, for exactly these kinds of issues. So it's very real. It's not science fiction. And according to have you had any consumer feedback on the bentonite product? And by the way, I've taken that product. It doesn't have a nasty taste or smell. It's clear. It looks almost like milk.
It's almost like a milk of magnesia consistency, no flavor, no real smell.
Right.
I've used the product right off the tablespoon, and I always follow it up with an 8-ounce glass of water, or you can mix it in with water or juice or whatever your preference is. And you can use the product indefinitely over a long period of time. Of course, people's exposure varies by individual, just like with our fiber products. Not one size fits all. We're all very different. We all have different eating habits. We all lead very different lives. We all have different exposure levels. And so, if you take it 1 to 3 times a day, and sometimes, Doc, this is the other thing. People don't realize that it's very, very difficult to remove these heavy metal toxins from the body. And so that can take a minimum of 6 months. So I've had people come up to me and say, well, how long do I use the bentonite? Well, hell, you can use it, 6 months, a year, however long you'd like to use the product. And it's very, very effective. And we also just came out with a capsule.
All right, hold on to that thought. We're headed into some messages. Bentonite, sold in fine health stores throughout the U.S.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. 1 serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Bogle Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Bogle Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel allergy relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
There was a study that was headed up by the Environmental Working Group, and they collaborated with Commonweal. And the researchers in the study at two major labs found an average of 200 industrial chemicals and pollutants. Where did they find them? I'm not making this up. In umbilical cord blood from 10 babies born in August and September of 2004 in U.S. hospitals. When they did the tests, they discovered a total of 287 chemicals in that umbilical cord blood. Now, the umbilical cord blood of these 10 children was collected by the Red Cross after the cord was cut, and it harbored pesticides, consumer product ingredients, and wastes from burning coal, gasoline, and garbage. And that report is available. Go to environmentalworkinggroup.org and you can read about it. Welcome back, Jeff.
Thanks, Doc.
So this business of becoming contaminated with these heavy metals and all kinds of other chemicals is something that happens even before we're born.
Right, yeah.
So, it's not science fiction. There's a lot of research to confirm this. I wish there would be more research, and hopefully in the future there will be more, to show that certain protocols, certain treatments have one effect or another in helping the body to rid itself of this chemical burden. Now, you were mentioning the bentonite. How do you take the bentonite, and when do you take it, and how much?
Well, you can do it 1 to 3 times a day, as I said before we went to commercial break. And it depends on, like I said, everybody's different. And so it varies by individual, what you're using it for. But you could do it 1 to 3 times a day, indefinitely, over a long period of time. You could take it right off the tablespoon like I do, and then, follow that up with an 8-ounce glass of water. You want to make sure you're getting enough liquid. A lot of people, the only time we've ever had a complaint on our fiber products or the bentonite is when people don't drink, they don't follow the directions, they don't read the label, and they're not drinking enough liquid. And people should drink more water anyway. You'd feel better. But anyway, you could mix it in with the liquid. You could take it right off the tablespoon like I do, and then follow it up with the liquid. Very easy to use. The capsules, you're going to do, 3 to 4 of those, 1 to 3 times a day. And that's for the people who don't want to take the liquid. So we, the nice thing about our product line is that we manufacture a product for just about everybody. So if you don't want to mix up a fiber powder, you could do a fiber capsule. You don't want to take bentonite liquid, you could take the bentonite cap. And it's very, very effective in addressing these chemical compounds that we've been talking about here, during the show this morning, Doc.
What's interesting is that the chemicals and the pollutants that they found in the human umbilical cord blood. Let me just give you a little insight into these chemicals. Some of them I can hardly pronounce. Mercury, polyaromatic hydrocarbons, polybrominated dibenzodioxins and furans, perfluorinated chemicals, polychlorinated chemicals, polychlorinated dibenzodioxins and furans, I mentioned that, organochlorine pesticides, polybrominated diphenyl ethers, polychlorinated naphthalines, and polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs. Those are some of the chemicals that they found in the umbilical cord blood. I mean, what?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't make that up.
No, and it's scary. I mean, just the names for our listeners out there, just the names alone ought to be enough to scare you.
Oh,
right?
I mean, these chemicals are dangerous.
Yes.
And with progress, it's interesting. With progress comes some sort of consequence, always. It always does, especially industrial technological progress. It's just the nature of since the Industrial Revolution, the planet has changed. And, now we're caught up with the planet, this global, the climate change, global warming, global cooling, extreme temperatures one way or another. And it's, there are a few people walking around saying, "No, it's a conspiracy. People are just making it up." Right. Well, I'm sorry. You show me the conspiracy and give me the evidence to support your argument. I can give you a ton of evidence to show that something is going terribly wrong here.
Exactly.
And you ignore the correlation between the introduction of these chemicals into the environment and then the change in the and the health of the planet and in the change in the health of humans. This is no accident.
That's right.
So I'm just saying. And, of course, you want to detox your colon, then get busy with Yerba Prima's fiber products and keep things moving down there.
Right, that and the whole body cleanse kits for men and women, the Renew and Rebuild. Those are also great kits. And I know you talked about this before, Doc, but that show I did on the Balancing Act, they can find that on our website. And that's a good training piece for our consumers out there that have never done a whole body cleanse. Talks a little bit, gets more in depth on what's out there.
By the way, the 10 children that they've selected for that study, these weren't kids living next to some nuclear power plant or some waste dump. These were randomly selected babies from around the 2004 summer season of live births from mothers in Red Cross's volunteer program. So, again, the science is compelling. And by the way, you think you're buying organic and you think, oh, I'm all good for that.
Right.
I got a news bulletin for you. Not that, somebody's got to tell you. I'm sorry, I'm the person that has to do it. But that organic is not all that either, because as it turns out, just because it's organic, you think it's pesticide-free. Well, not so much. And furthermore, some of the so-called natural pesticides that they're using on the organically grown crops are just as lethal as the synthetic chemicals. Yeah. So when you want organic, you have to find where they're not using chemicals at all, one sort or another. Now, everybody's selling organic. Be mindful of what I just told you, because what I just said is fact, not fiction. So, it makes it hard for us to do the right thing. So, got companies like Yerba Prima that help with their cleansing and detox products. Jeff, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Doc.
And how are you spending the rest of the day?
Working away, man. Trying to cure people one at a time.
All right.
I'll see you soon.
You bet. Yerba Prima. Their products are sold in fine health stores throughout the United States. You're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. Coast to Coast. We'll be back. Second hour. Different guest. Different topic. It's always fresh around here.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, Coast to Coast. My guests for this portion of the show will be out there on the left coast early in the morning out there, so I appreciate Elissa Harris getting up early and come and chat with us a little bit. Nubian Heritage, if you're not familiar with that company, it's a personal care product company. Man, they just do a terrific job. Honestly, take a visit to their website, Nubian, N-U-B-I-N-I-A-N, Nubian, N-U-B-I-A-N, heritage.com. Great company. And their personal care products, they're so well formulated, thoughtful, terrific products. Been around a good while, have a good reputation. Consumers love that company. You should go to their Facebook page and like their page, by the way. Then you can get in touch with what's the goings on there at Nubian Heritage. And personal care, I like to situate it within the context of wellness. You know, there's health, wellness, and well-being. I've talked about those three different concepts on the show before. Those are different concepts. They're related, but they mean different things. And wellness is that dimension that deals with so many other aspects beyond biology and chemistry and physiology and anatomy and so on. Wellness gets into the arena of relationships, personal care, and so on. It takes into account the social, the cultural dynamics of people's lives, which ultimately is related to their health. So I like that. I like that arena. It's nice to talk about it. The whole notion of wellness. And I won't spend any time today doing it, but I have talked about defining these concepts. And also, wellness oftentimes deals with psychological health, mental health. That will be thrown into the mix as well. So, and as I say, there are different dimensions of wellness, and I think personal care is one of those dimensions. Just to make sure you understand my point here, the dimensions of wellness would include the emotional, the social, the intellectual, the spiritual, occupational, even the physical. So that's what I'm trying to get at. And you can put personal care within that dimension. And I think the way people look affects how they feel, and how they feel affects the way they look. And personal care, trying to take care of our bodies from the outside in, but you can also do it from the inside out as well, is a very important idea. Nubian Heritage. Now, Elissa has been on my show a few times before, and I'm glad that Nubian Heritage is part of the sponsorship of Let's Talk Nutrition, because it gives me an opportunity to talk with Elissa and to share with you and to educate the audience about personal care products. A bar of soap is not just a bar of soap. A lotion is not just a lotion. Cream is not just a cream. Ask And I am sure that there are more than a few people listening and watching the show. Your medicine cabinets and cabinets in the bathroom or out throughout the house are filled with products that you bought and you thought they were good, lotions and creams and soaps, and then turned out not so much. If you're not using them, throw them away, by the way. I don't think you'll find that the case with Nubian. Elissa, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for getting up early and coming on to the show. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's always my pleasure.
And happy New Year.
Yes, you too.
So, you heard my my little pitch about wellness and putting personal care into that arena. One might not make the connection between using different soaps, different creams and lotions and all the different products that you have related to wellness and related to health or well-being for that matter. But these products truly are. And I'd like to hear from you, your take on that. What do you tell consumers about the connection between what products you make and their health and wellness generally?
Well, you certainly have an awesome grasp of that because there's absolutely a connection between that. The psychological level of how you look, the way you feel about yourself absolutely translates. I mean, I know that there are published studies out there showing that when people feel better about themselves and they're happier, their immune systems are stronger, they sleep better, they have better relationships, and all those things, certainly affect your health and well-being. And from a perspective of using products on your body to help that process, it's super important. What you choose to put on your skin, again, being the biggest organ, also as far as how it's healthy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, all those things are important, and that's what we certainly communicate to our consumers.
And I'm at your website, nubianheritage.com, and right on the home page, sure enough. And I just went there as you were talking. There's a link there. It says Advancing Wellness.
Yes.
just exactly what I was talking about: revitalizing and nourishing and hydrating the skin, which is it's an external organ, but it's the largest organ in the body. Today, you wanted to talk about. I'm trying to pull up my note for that. You wanted to talk about body lotions and hand creams. So
yes.
You could walk into any drugstore or pharmacy these days. I mean, they got more lotions and hand creams than you and I have sense, right? I mean, there's one brands you never hear of, and people buy these products and they use them for a while, and then they don't like them, and then they just sit around and end up throwing them away. This is a very big category: body lotions and hand creams. What distinguishes Nubian Heritage from all these other of hundreds, if not thousands, of companies that are making body lotions and hand creams?
Besides the fact that we're completely awesome, we really work. I think we touched on this in the last show. We work on making sure, number one, all of our products are made with 100% natural ingredients, and whenever we can source an ingredient, we try to make sure it's organic. And that's really important because, a lot of the products that are out there these days, if people are reading what's going on in the media with some of the larger companies, there's a lot of products that have chemicals and things that just are not good for you. They're not good to absorb through the skin. They leach into the bloodstream. They cause problems with, your metabolism and your endocrine system and all these things that you'll read about. So all of our products are, number one, most important, natural and organic when we can. What else differentiates us is we touched on last time, all the different ingredients that we use are specifically designed to help a different skin type and condition, and they've been formulated through centuries and a lot of research in different cultures for those skin types and conditions as well. So those are kind of two of the main things that set us apart. But
by the way, in the first hour of the show, I was talking with my guest about the toxic world in which we live, and talking about the very thing you just mentioned or alluded to, that is these toxic chemicals that get into the body. And I was talking about how they get into the body through the food chain, through the air, the land, the water, the sea, but they come into the body through the skin. We breathe them in, we drink them, we eat them, and they also get onto our skin as well. So your point's well made, and it ties in right with the theme of the first hour.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Absolutely. I mean, if you think about how powerful your skin is, they're making, even pharmaceutical companies are making pain patches so people don't have to take them internally and, go through your liver and all that stuff. And they can actually, help their pain just from putting something on their skin. That's how powerful of a conductor, if you think about it, that your skin is.
Wow.
So
we're going to head into some messages, and I'm at your link, and I typed in body lotions at the website, and I came up with the number 31. Do you have 31 different body lotion products?
Yeah, we have quite a few.
I see that. We come back, we'll try to talk about a few of them, so you have a lot of choices here. That's another thing I like about Nubian. Wonderful choice selection. We'll be right back.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymatica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymatica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose corn syrup or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has Berry Garden gummies made by a dad, multivitamin omega-3 and probiotics for kids, body boost joint relief, whole food bone and calcium gummy, whole food immune and vitamin C gummy, whole food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, prenatal plus gummy, whole food probiotics for digestive support, and body boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy to digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements, made by a dad.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Neural Balance with Anandinol. Restore calm, reduce aggression, and increase well-being. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Coconut and papaya, lavender and wildflowers, mango butter, patchouli and buriti, I guess that's how you pronounce that, honey and black seed, raw shea butter, African black soap, goat's milk and chai, lemongrass and tea, Indian hemp and Haitian vetiver. These are the titles to body lotions, and there are others from Nubian Heritage. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. My guest is Elissa Harris, educator for Nubian Heritage. I'm at your website, Nubian Heritage, Elissa, and geez, there's just so many choices here for people to make, which is a good thing, and all these different products. It comes in there are 31. There were 31 hits, but it's like different combinations.
Right. We really have only 12 scents.
Right? But
the 31, I think they were lumping in our travel sizes.
Yeah, they put different little kits together. Exactly. Yeah. Let me ask you. Typically, why do people, women and men, use body lotions? What is the primary purpose of a body lotion? That may seem obvious to some, but I don't want to assume anything.
Of course, yeah. No, usually because typically people, people have very, very temperamental skin issues. And some people are really dry, some people are really oily, some people have, eczema, or they break out on their body, and they're trying to remedy that by using lotion, body lotion. And we will get into the difference between body lotion and hand cream because it's an important differentiation. So a lot of times they'll pick a lotion just because, gosh, I've got this flaky skin and I can't seem to get it. It's always dry or it's super oily, and they aren't really sure how to pick something to help the situation that they're having. That's why people pick body lotion.
Could somebody select a body lotion with some off-brand product or even notable brand high-end cosmetic line and do more harm than good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that. I think they can. Depending on if they're not familiar. What we try to do is educate. If you go to our website and when we give you a list of what it's for a different skin type and condition, we want you to feel like an empowered, educated consumer choice, right? So yes, in theory, yes, because if you just grab something that you aren't sure what's in it and you aren't sure where it comes from and you aren't sure if it's going to be good for your particular issue, you really could, especially if you're super, super oily, let's say, already, and you pick a product that doesn't help combat the sebum that's already producing on your skin, you're going to have a lot of oily skin. So for sure, I think that's a safe bet.
Okay. Now, do you find that as time has gone on, attitudes change in the culture, and with cosmetics, typically cosmetics, and still to this day, that industry, the major consumers are women. But we're now finding men using cosmetics of one sort or another, and also now using lotions, creams, hand creams, facial creams. Has that been the case for Nubian Heritage as well?
Oh, absolutely. I think I touched on it in an early show. You can walk into even a regular drugstore now, and you'll see entire sections specifically for men's personal care. It's becoming a big deal because of your point earlier. Men are starting to realize, hey, my skin's looking a little kind of old. It's looking a little saggy. It's not looking as radiant as it used to, and that's not a feminine thing. That's a human thing. I want to feel my best and look my best, or I am having some weird skin thing, and I want to figure out why it's
happening.
Absolutely, men are getting into it, and it's great because they feel better about themselves.
Sure.
There's no reason why they shouldn't.
I use the the one body lotion that I used from Nubian, I finished the whole bottle, was the shea butter and aloe vera body lotion. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, so that's actually brand new to our collection. One of the things we found throughout the years as a company is people overwhelmingly love our scent profiles, how they smell, but there is a group of people that want the benefits of the shea butter specifically, which is our core ingredient, and some other things, but not have the scent. And so men, for example, maybe they don't want to smell like coconut papaya. You know, they might think that that's too fragrant for them, or some people are just, in today's world, environmental sensitivity is too sensitive. So we just came out with that last year, and it's a phenomenal. You can tell, obviously, if you use it, and I'll send you some more if you're out. It's really, really great. It moisturizes, it hydrates, it gives you a nice glow. It makes you feel like your skin isn't, crinkling up on your body, but you don't have that smell that you have to worry about.
Yeah, I really like that product. Now, is it the practice at Nubian, like if you have this body lotion, like the shea butter and aloe, you will then have a bar soap or a hand cream that is shea butter and aloe vera?
Yep, we do. We make things in what we call collections. So we typically have 5 elements to that collection, and we'll do a bar soap, a body wash, a lotion for the body, a hand cream, and an infused butter, which is one of the original products that the family made. It's a very, very dense, rich little tub of concentrated shea butter for really dry parts of the skin, like elbows and heels and stuff like that.
Yeah, when Elissa uses the term butter, she's not referring to Land O'Lakes butter. She's referring
Definitely not.
She's referring to shea butter. And the shea story is interesting. If you don't know what shea butter is, we'll come back. I'll ask Elissa just very briefly to mention what shea butter is and where they get it from. And then I wanted to I like Nubian Heritage Company as a company. They do good things. And I wanted her just to mention something about their community commerce mission as a, company that's socially responsible. You'll see. Be right.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016 Coast to Coast. My guest is Elissa Harris from Nubian Heritage, an educator for Nubian. We're talking about body lotions and hand creams and talking about why people use body lotions. What kind of choice are you making? Do you know how it's going to affect your skin? And if you go to NubianHeritage.com, you'll see what Elissa said. They put together what are called collections, where you have 5 different elements to a collection. And those, like you would have in that collection, you'd have lotions, right? Hand creams. What else, Elissa, in a collection?
Hand creams, lotion, body wash, soap, and a very concentrated infused shea butter for really dry parts of the skin.
Concentrated infused. So that concentrated infused shea butter, that's something, you can buy that as freestanding product as well, right?
Sure, yeah. Oh, any of our products you can buy alone. Absolutely.
But that's included in every collection. And shea butter is the essential ingredient in all of your products, lotions, skin lotions, hand creams, body washes, soaps, and so on.
Correct.
That's always present, no matter what else,
Always.
whatever else is in. Yeah, it's a foundational product.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. In terms of the body lotions, what are the top 2 or 3 sellers at Nubian?
African black soap usually is number 1, the African black soap collection of lotion. And then we have coconut papaya, raw shea with frankincense and myrrh in it. And then we have Indian hemp and Haitian vetiver. Those are kind of the top 4 that seem to people really gravitate towards, I think, because they broadly address a lot of varying skin issues, and then they sort of, rank out from there based, I think, on what people like in terms of smell.
You made a point that there's a difference between hand lotions and body lotions and hand creams.
Yes.
Other than the names, and obviously, body relative to the hands, I get that. What is it about the ingredients in these products that distinguishes them?
So hands in general age quicker than the rest of the skin. They take a lot of abuse. We wash them constantly, so we're always washing their natural oils off, which is something that keeps them not only looking good, but sealed cuticles and things like that. So what hand creams do, it seems like, it's probably just marketing, or whatever, but it really isn't actually. If you take care of your hands, hand creams typically have more concentrated and what we call emollient, which is highly moisturizing ingredients that help penetrate into the skin on the hands, which is a little thicker than the rest of the skin in the body.
I see.
And really good if you're somebody who washes your hands a lot or works a lot with your hands, the best time to really do hand creams, you can do it a couple times a day, but if it's hard for you to have stuff on your hands, for sure at night is the best regimen to be able to put stuff on your hands when the cells regenerate.
And in terms of hand creams, do you have some that are some very popular sellers there?
Oh, definitely the 4 that I mentioned, and then people seem to really like the goat's milk and chai, unless you're vegan, of course, because it has goat's milk in it. But the goat's milk and the rose water and the goat's milk and chai are really, really great for, your skin. Even though it's the toughest part of your skin, it still can be very sensitive. If people work with their hands, they get cracked skin and nail issues and things like that. So people seem to really like the goat's milk and chai because it's very soothing, when your hands seem like they've been overworked.
I see a product here you have. It's called Hand Cream Trio. It looks like you have 3 different. I see the black soap, and I can't make out the other 2. But that's like a combination. It's like a trio, a little package of 3 different hand creams in one package.
Yeah, last year we made gift sets of soap and hand cream, and then we did a special gift set of the honey black seed hand cream and actually shea butter with a pair of gloves and socks to really sort of do that nighttime treatment on the skin and the hands.
What are the
and
you
really,
put the cream on, then put the gloves or the socks on. You put it on your feet too, I'm presuming.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then it helps really penetrate. The warmth helps penetrate in the skin. So we made some gift sets people might want to buy, to sort of try a couple different ones, or maybe give it as a gift, like for Mother's Day or for Valentine's Day, or my colleague has a great saying. He says, "Nothing says I love you like a bar of soap." So we put a gift set together for it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I like it. I like it.
You have a sense of humor in the personal care world, Dr. Greco.
Yeah, you do. This is. I know that women. This is important to women, but it's becoming more and more important to men. And I guess it's part of the culture. It seems to be the case across cultures, doesn't it? This whole idea of using body lotions and creams, hand creams, facial creams, that's not just indigenous to our culture or Western culture.
No. In fact, there's a very interesting practice in the country of Senegal. People could Google it. It's called Pink Lake. And the men go out and they mine for salt in this lake. When they go out there, they actually coat their bodies in shea butter, in raw shea butter, because it's a natural sun protectant, and it protects them from the elements of the water kind of, ruining their skin, because they're in there for a really long time. And they really take care of their skin cross-culturally, for sure.
That's a nice story.
It's a great story. And those are guys, those are men that are out there making sure that they're taking care of their again, the largest organ on their body.
Is there some peril in using a body lotion or a hand cream on the face?
It can be if you're prone to breakouts. Like myself, I can't. I have to use products that are specifically for the facial skin, because I have very sensitive skin on my face. So, but some people. I met a woman who, at one of my events, who was just a stunning woman, and she looked fantastic, and she uses our infused coconut papaya shea butter on her skin, because of her face, because she said it's so dry at her age that it soaks up the moisture, and she feels great. If I did that, I would break out like a teenager. So
I see.
It's very different for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 877-897-8255 is a toll-free number. You can call anytime you want. Now, if one of the listeners or viewers of the show go into a health store, or any other store for that matter, and they want to buy a Nubian Heritage product and they don't have it, what should they do at that point?
Absolutely go to the buyer and just say, hey, I heard about this product. You guys don't have it. I'd like to special order it, and they'll special order it for you. And a lot of times they find out that it becomes a pretty popular item. So it's really easy to get it at your store if they don't have it.
Are they able to purchase any product from the Nubian Heritage website?
Absolutely. We have e-commerce for sure. And I'm going to be able to send you a box shortly of some giveaways. So we'll be able to start giving our product away for your question of the day.
Okay, well, sure, or for any other reason. We like to give things away around here. It's fun. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. Elissa Harris is my guest. When we come back, we'll have the LTN health question of the day.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Gerald Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Are you or someone you love being held captive by social anxiety, poor sleep, feelings of aggression, or inability to focus? Neural Balance can help, and it's kosher certified and GMO-free. Neural Balance is a tasty drink mix that contains the patented ingredient, anandinol. Anandinol was created by an endocrinologist and a pharmacist seeking an herbal solution to their own children's struggles. Neural Balance tastes great, it's easy to administer, and starts to work within the first 20 minutes by reducing anxious or aggressive behavior and restoring calm naturally, without sedation or harmful side effects. Safe for children and adults, Neural Balance combines magnesium, CoQ10, B6, 3 types of passiflora, and a special blend of enzymes to bring peace, calm, and focus. To find Neural Balance at a health store near you, visit us at shopneuralbalance.com. Neural Balance, for a balanced life. Learn more at shopneuralbalance.com.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. You heard Elissa Harris, my guest, mention that shea butter is found in every one of their products. It's a foundational ingredient in all of their products. Shea butter has been around for thousands of years, and it's a wonderful gift from nature. And it's derived, it's extracted, it's an off-white colored fat is what it is, and it's extracted from a nut, and the nut comes from the shea tree. Okay, there's actually a shea tree, and the harvesting of those trees is an interesting story unto itself as well. We won't get into it now. Here's the question: which country is associated with the shea tree? A, Algeria, B, Australia, C, Africa, or D, Argentina? The shea tree is most associated with which country? A, Algeria, B, Australia, C, Africa, or D, Argentina? 877-897-8255. If you're watching the show, what you see on your screen are the nuts from the shea tree, actual nuts. Those are edible. By the way, shea butter is edible. Put it on your toast. Well, have you ever eaten shea butter?
I have, but I didn't know I was eating it. Shea butter is a pretty big ingredient in chocolate.
Uh-huh.
They use it in chocolate. There's a global shea alliance, and all the responsible shea vendors are part of it, as we are. And it used to be that shea and cocoa butter were primarily in chocolate, and then they started using them in personal care products pretty widely. You'll find it, a lot of places now. We started doing it, of course, 25 years ago. So I'm sure we like to think we set the trend on it.
And my producer Josh just showed another image of a woman holding up these clumps of shea butter. They've been put together, and the shea tree is harvested by women, is it not?
Yes. So for what we do specifically, I'm not sure what other shea manufacturers, shea vendors or manufacturers do, but another thing that differentiates us from other brands is that we really work to support the communities in our supply chain.
So does this have anything to do with the community commerce mission of your company?
Yes. Yes.
You see how I worked that in? Do you like the way I worked that in?
That's a great segue. I love it. You're so good. So good.
So tell the audience what that's about.
So community commerce is different than a lot of companies these days, especially natural brands, will do what's called a cause associated with their brand. They'll support a community. They'll buy, chairs for schools or things like that. What we really wanted to do, because the founders came from a really destitute country when the Civil War disaster happened years ago, is create sustainable business and entrepreneurship, especially for women. So what we have done is we've created we've grown actually quite a bit last year, from 5 to 12 different women's co-ops in Ghana, specifically in Africa. I've read, and I'm getting this confirmed, so don't hold me to it, but we're upwards of about, I believe, 6,500 women in these countries that we support with what we call a premium wage.
That's great.
And
that's a great cause. Elissa, I can tell you more and more the United Nations and other institutions and organizations are very concerned about the treatment of women in these countries on the African continent and in other parts of the world. But your company that's a great social responsibility endeavor that they're involved in. I applaud them for that. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Roy, how's that shea butter working for you, brother?
I put it on toast. It's wonderful.
Put it on toast. Put it on
toast.
So, which country is the shade tree most associated with? Algeria, Australia, Africa, or Argentina?
Africa.
Africa, indeed. The African shade tree. Congratulations. Nice to hear your voice. I haven't heard from you in a long time.
I know. I'm getting a computer this year, Doc, and I'll listen to you when I'm up in Woodstock, New York, where I'm from.
Well, wonderful.
I'm a snowbird.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're still around. You're above ground and alive and well.
Right back at you, Doc.
Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you, Roy, and Happy New Year, Roy.
Same to you.
All right. Good to hear your voice. Elissa, thank you so much. We didn't get to the hand lotions too much, but go to Nubian. We talked a little bit about them, but go to NubianHeritage.com, and if you go into a health store or any other kind of store and you want to buy a Nubian Heritage product, they don't have it, tell them to get smart and start carrying that product. Get smart, man, with personal care and carry Nubian Heritage. I love this company. They're a wonderful company. You can hear there's have a social responsibility conscience and helping women, especially in Africa, supporting them and as entrepreneurs and whatnot. That's a great cause. Have you been to Africa? I have not been to Africa.
No, I'm hoping that that's one of my education opportunities to be able to go and actually meet these women and see them. It would be such a great experience.
What country are the owners from?
Liberia.
Liberia. Yeah, that's a great story. I had mentioned to you one time that maybe someday we can get one of the owners onto the show. I don't know if they're inclined to do that. Sometimes I see these commercials on TV for these owners of car companies and this and that. They have no business being on. But I think though that the people that run and own your company sound like wonderful people. I would love to have an opportunity to talk to them and hear about how they started this company. It's a great, inspiring story, and that's what it really captures what America is all about.
That's right.
Embracing.
And I will work on that.
Yeah, embracing difference, welcoming people, giving them a chance. That's what we're all about in this country. I love it. Thanks, Elissa. Thank you very much. Very nice show. Enjoyed it. Learned a lot. Always do. Nubian Heritage. Go to NubianHeritage.com. I'm telling you, they're one of the best personal care products around, bar none.
Have a great day.
No pun intended, bar none. So, in the meanwhile, take care of yourself. Stay conscious of your health and stay conscious of the health of others, because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. I'll see you tomorrow.